Hey, what's going on, Facebook? It's almost time for me to do my shout out, so I thought before I stand out here and start yelling off the balcony, I'll let y'all see my plants. That's my little sunflower plant. I don't know what these things is. And this is an olive tree. My niece Ashante gave me this for my birthday, and I just put it in the pot. I was told they're supposed to get big like a tree, so it's in a big pot. We'll see what happens. And there's my grape plant, Calamondin, and I don't know what that is. Rose Johnson told me this is a snapdragon. I had no idea what a snapdragon was, so she told me. That's my coleus. Over there is the wandering Jew. That's some kind of berry plant. I don't know what that is. That's a berry plant. That's a succulent. That's a sweet potato plant. This is some kind of vine. As you guys can see, I don't really know. That's a peach tree. A peach tree. Yeah. So, that's what's up. Okay. Pretty soon, it'll be that time. Something about my flag flying that I always love seeing it when it's blowing in the wind. It's kind of like stuck right now. Look at all my little flags right here. Got all the flags right there. Okay, now it's flying. All right.
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragon. This dragon's got my head.
After 6 o'clock p.m. time to give shout out, it's 6:10 p.m.
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragon. This dragon's got my head. Sugar boom boom, I'm robbing people, but I'm an honest man.
Let me tell you straight up, homie, this story's not rehearsed. Done my share of drogas, but we
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragon.
All right, it's that time, y'all. Hello! West Alameda! It's after 6 o'clock. It's time to give a shout out. Thank you to all the frontline and the essential workers, to the doctors, the nurses, the longshoremen, the bus drivers, the truck drivers, the farm workers, those who work in the stores, the restaurants, the hotels, the postal employees, the counselors, the teachers, the parents. So please, if you hear my voice, would you clap your hands, honk your horns, shout, make some noise? Frontline workers, thank you. Yeah. All right. What's going on, Facebook? How y'all doing? Well, it's time to do that little shout out. And come over here and do this right here. So, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good. And there's a little lighting in the background, but let's do this. So today is day 452. since April 1st, 2020. This is the 452nd day of doing a shout out, of doing just getting on here and talking about what's going on. And on June 26, 2021, as of 5 o'clock p.m., the Coronavirus Pandemic Live YouTube, this is how many people have passed away due to coronavirus. 3,936,724. And here in the United States, 619,333. Then you look at yesterday. Yesterday is in the black. 3,928,855 throughout the world. Now this is interesting because look at what it was yesterday. 619,135. So that's like less than 200 people have died, passed away from yesterday. So that's a good thing. It says we're doing something right. So let's keep that up. I mean, I realize that everybody who passed away, it's a loss for somebody's family, somebody's loved ones, But, we're doing what we can do. And that's why I say thank you to those frontline workers for everything that they do. Now look at what's in the green. 2020, April, 263,000 throughout the world and 73,000 right here in the United States. So that's a big difference. Look at that difference right there. You got it in red, you got it in black, and you got it in green. Red is for today, black is for yesterday, and green is for a year ago. Well, a year and 2 months ago. So that is a big difference, y'all. I mean, just think about that. Just think about it. Okay, prayers and thoughts. Prayers and thoughts for all the victims of coronavirus, all those who have died, all those who have passed away, all those who have gone to the hospital, everyone who's going through it right now because of coronavirus. Keep them in your prayers and your thoughts. Also, I ask you keep in your prayers and thoughts all the victims of the condo collapse that happened in Surfside, Florida. The last that I heard, there was like 4 people had died, and they still have dozens missing. So let's, hope for the best and pray. And I also ask you to please remember all those who were killed by thugs, by drug dealers, by the Ku Klux Klan, by Nazis, by the police, by gangbangers, by rebels, vigilantes, people on road rage, the FBI, law enforcement, stupid co-workers who just decided besides they're going to kill themselves, they got to go out there and go kill their co-workers, terrorists, both domestic and foreign, domestic violence, that's what's going on at home when somebody's, beating their wife, beating their mother, beating their child, or beating their husband. There are women who beat their husbands. I mean, so all that, and those who've been killed by them too. Ethnic genocide. Those who died because of white supremacists, by the maggots and the Trump supporters, and those who died because of somebody's stupidity, because they was high and drunk or stole a car and they end up killing some innocent person and that person was in the wrong place at the wrong time and died. So ask you to remember all of them. And then I want you to say their name. Ronald Green, May 10th, 2019, murdered by the Louisiana State Police. Angelo Quiento, December 23rd, 2020, 2 days before Christmas. He died while he was in custody of the police and by the Antioch Police Department. So, that's, keep that in your mind. Keep that, what's going on. How about birthday shout out? Today is June the 26th. So happy birthday to Judy Hall, to Lily Brown Parker, Keith Hightower. Happy birthday, y'all. Judy Hall, her daughter, Andrea Gravenheist, was one of my first female drummers at Chipman Middle School when I had the cadet corps and the Cougar Cadet Corps drum line. And her daughter is one of my first female drummers. And yeah, so Judy Hall, happy birthday to you. And Lily, happy birthday to you, Lily. And you too, Brother Keith. And also I want to say happy belated birthday to my great-granddaughter, Examara Dixon. Her birthday was actually yesterday. It was up on my calendar, but I didn't see it on Facebook because she's too young to be on Facebook. So that was my bad. Happy birthday, great-granddaughter. And historical birthday. We'll give a historical birthday shout out to Abner Doubleday. Abner Doubleday was born on June the 26th, 1819. He was a general in the Union Army. He fought in the Civil War. He fought in the Seminole War, fought in the Mexican War, and he fought, and he fought against the Native Americans after the Civil War was over. He obtained the patent on the cable car railway in San Francisco. You know that cable car that goes up and down the hills and all that? He was the one that had that patent. Now, what he did not do was he did not invent the game of baseball. There was some things about how he invented baseball. And the thing is, while he was alive, he never, ever said that. I don't know who came up with that. Doubleday was the one that invented baseball, the game of baseball, but it was not him. And so evidently they did find proof that he wasn't the one that did it. I don't know who did it, but it wasn't him. So happy birthday, and shout props to you for, doing the cable car, which still runs up and down the hills of San Francisco. Ain't cool with the fact that you fought against the Seminoles and you fought against the Mexicans, but you was in the Army, so you had to do what you had to do. At least you was on the right side in the Civil War. You was on the side of the North, fighting. I know y'all wasn't fighting to free no black slaves. I understand that, but then later on, that's what it ended up becoming. So props to you for doing that, Abner Doubleday. Okay. Let's go to Bahala Na, Detroit, Michigan. Tornado watch, tornado warning, heavy
Sugar boom
rain.
boom, I'm chasing dragon. This dragon's got my head. Sugar
After 6 o'clock p.m. time to give shout out, it's 6:20 p.m.
man. Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragon. This dragon's got my head. Sugar boom boom, out robbing people.
So, tornado watch, tornado warning, heavy rains, floods all over metropolitan Detroit. They got cars that was trapped in water, homes got flooded. They going through some stuff in Detroit. Now, that's over there back east. Let's see what's going on here on the West Coast. Las Vegas, Nevada, heat wave. They got the heat wave so bad over there that, all the tourists and them gamblers, they get to go inside and go, to the casino. The locals, they don't have it like that. I know the last time I went to Vegas, it was hot, but now they having a major heat wave over there. How about California? So it's not only California, but it's Seattle, Idaho, Washington State. The Pacific Northwest, those states are being hit by a mega heat wave. It also means we're going to have a drought. We have drought conditions, and we're going to have fire warnings. And, California, we have this thing where forests catch on fire and it's like burns out of control. So you guys keep us in your prayers and thoughts. We're going to keep prayers and thoughts for Detroit with their heavy rains and floods and all of that, okay? All right, Atlanta, Georgia. Othal Wallace was captured. He's the dude, the black man that shot the police in the head out there in Daytona Beach, Florida. And he took off and he made it to Atlanta, Georgia. And evidently they're talking about he is involved or he was a member of a black militia unit, okay? I don't know nothing about all of that. I don't know who he was connected with or who he wasn't connected with. I don't know nothing about all of that. I don't even know about the cop that got shot. But I am, like I said, I'm not anti-police. So keep the police that got shot in your prayers and thoughts, because it's my understanding he's in the hospital, still in critical, but they think that he may come up out of it. Colombia, militants shoot at the presidential helicopter. So they got the presidential helicopter is taking a tour. I don't know if he's taking a tour, if he's just traveling somewhere, but they shot at the helicopter. Now here's the thing, nobody got killed, nobody even got wounded, none of that, but yeah. So that's what's going on. Historical event. The Battle of Fort Mose, Florida on June 26, 1740. So before I go into what this is all about, let me explain that back in 1693, either 1693 or 1683, King Charles II of Spain declared that any African slaves, any slaves who made it to Florida from British territory, which is, Georgia, Virginia, the Carolinas, that any slaves who made it to Florida would be welcome in Florida. The one condition was that they said that they had to convert to Catholicism, but I mean, I'm assuming they didn't care about all that. All they wanted to do was be free. So if you had to become a Catholic to be free, what the hell? I'm sure they were willing to do it. And they had to serve in the military. So basically, Spain was looking to have these African runaway slaves as a buffer between the British colonies, Georgia, the Carolinas, Virginia, and all them slave states. So he said that if you run away, come on down here. We'll let you be a part of Florida, and that's what they did. There was a thing called the Stono Revolt, and the Stono Revolt, some of those slaves that participated in that revolt, they made it to Florida, and they ended up becoming a part of the black militia that helped to fight the slave masters. So the War of 1739 between Britain and Spain, it was started, and British and white militia invaded Spanish Florida, and they laid siege to St. Augustine, Florida, which was the capital of Florida at that time. And it was the British, it was Georgia, Carolina, all them white slave masters and all of them like that. And then they had the turncoat trader Indians like the Creeks. I'm not sure if they had Cherokee, but I'm sure they had Cherokee too, because Cherokee were slave owners. They owned African slaves. But anyway, they laid siege to St. Augustine. Basically, Britain was trying to take Florida so Florida could become another slave state in the colonies. And Spanish Army regular soldiers, African Maroons. Y'all know what a Maroon is? A Maroon are slaves who escape and get into freedom, and they are called Maroons. And the Seminole natives, they were all together and under the command of Francisco Menendez. He was a Creole or a mulatto, whatever they was calling him at the time, but he was a free man. He was a free man because he had escaped from South Carolina. He escaped slavery and made it into Florida, and they ended up making him a captain of the Free Black Militia. So he was actually in charge of the Seminole and the Free Blacks, the Maroons. And he also was working with the Spanish soldiers. They had a battle with the British. Now, these are British regulars. Y'all know anything about the British. The British are pretty bad soldiers. They hardcore, but they got their butts beat. And they was embarrassed because they got their butts beat by Francisco Menendez, a mulatto, a Creole, a free black man. Hey, Marina, what's up? And so it actually forced the whites to retreat. Okay? I said 75 whites captured and 35 more. No, it was 75 whites were killed. I'm sorry. 75 whites were killed and 35 more were captured. That's what it's supposed to read. I messed up. My bad, y'all. But anyway, that was a major battle. They lost and the British retreated, and that was how that war went. So props to Captain Francisco Menendez, a mulatto, a Creole, a free man, and to the Seminoles who were on the side of the Maroons, and to the Spanish soldiers. They defeated the British at the Battle of Fort Mose, Florida. So that's it. Hey, y'all. Hope everybody's doing good. I'm going to get ready to get up out of here, but I want to tell y'all something. I'm going out tonight. I'm going to the lakeside. So it's lakeside. Going to the lakeside. Yeah. All right. Lakeside is an OG bar. It's over there off of East 18th. Over right there by Lake Merritt. So it's nice. It's nice. That's all I can say. It's a good thing. It's a good place. So I'm gonna get me something to eat. It's 6:28. Bahala na. Remember what I told y'all? Bahala na just means it is what it is. What will be will be. You know, you fall down, you come up against a roadblock, an obstacle, you get up and keep on doing it. Bahala na. That don't stop nothing. Okay. Mabuhay, Amandla Uetu, Harambe, Ashe, Hokahe, Aho, Jayu, Mahalo, Shalom, Namaste, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam, Insha'Allah, Wakanda forever, you know, all that good stuff. Hey, y'all, get up out of here. If you thinking about getting vaccinated, please do so. If you choose not to get vaccinated, ain't nobody hating on you. I'm not hating on you. You know, you got to do what you feel is right for you. The whole thing with the mask, I went out today and I wear my mask.
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragons. This dragon's got my hand.
After 6 o'clock p.m. time to give shout out, it's 6:30 p.m.
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragons. This dragon's got my hand. Sugar boom boom, I'm robbing people, but I'm an honest man.
Let me tell you straight up, homie, this story's not rehearsed.
All right, y'all. So that's it. That's letting me know my time is up. I gotta hang up and get up out of here. But anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. Do whatever you feel is best for you. Stay safe. Stay strong. Pray for me and mine, and I'm praying for you and yours. And you know, peace.